It's happy hour with the Cardinals tonight, and head football coach Shawn Weigel joins us here. Just completed the season, now about a week out. Has life changed for you a little bit since that final whistle?
No, it's still hectic. Absolutely still hectic. But it's been good.
What do you do? What's the first thing that you do when the season ends?
We do our player meetings and meet with each one of them individually, talk about their intentions and what they're going to be doing next semester and whatnot, and then we start our or continue talking about recruiting plans and where we're going to be December 1st and we can be on the road.
Let's go back to the player meetings for a moment, because you have, I think, over 100 players or close to it. You obviously don't talk to all of them yourself, or do you?
Yes, yeah, each one of them individually.
How long do those meetings last?
Oh, anywhere between 7 and 10 minutes each, so it's good. But we get to I'd ask the staff to do a little evaluation on each one, how they can be better. And so we get to talk about that too, because being a developmental program, we've got to give them some specifics on where they need to be.
Let me ask you this, and it just crossed my mind, because you obviously throughout the year try to help your coaches become better. But do you look at yourself and say, wow, I've learned so much in the last 2 years as a head coach as opposed to being an assistant coach? What has that curve been like?
Yeah, it's something. When you first get the head job, you realize there's a lot of stuff that you didn't think about, yeah. And whether it's a car rental gets canceled, and you're like, well, that throws a kink into everything. But there's all those little things, and then it's but it's very fulfilling. You can't go into the position and ever think about well, I know everything. And that's something you continue to learn, and and that's what you expect of your players as well.
You know that book that was real popular a few years ago about don't sweat the details? Do you sweat the details?
Not so much, unless it's 2 minutes to go in the game, and and it's third and long or something, and we're down by 2. But no, the details are if you're organized and your guys are on board and your culture's right with your staff, everything really takes care of itself.
So you rely on those staff members an awful lot.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, you can't do this alone.
Going into recruiting season, I think it used to be you had a certain area of the country and ex-coach had, and are you still kind of geographically dividing up? Has that changed?
Yeah, we'll still be going some different areas. We're going to try and open up a new area. I think the Phoenix area, we can get back in there and do some good things there. We got a couple players out of that area last year, but we're going to have another coach in Dallas with us, and so that'll put 3 down there. And we all split up the local. And when I talk local, I'm talking Kansas City and St. Louis. Missouri is local for us, and so we'll all have a place or an area in Missouri as well.
Shawn Weigel is with us here, happy hour with the Cardinals, the head football coach. And when you went to South Dakota this year, played at Rapid City, you took some time to take the kids to the Black Hills, and I think you went to several attractions up there. Again, part of the travel itinerary for you is to give them experiences, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Anytime we're going someplace that we can see something significant that they may never see again in their life, we'll take time to do that, whether it's Mount Rushmore or the Arch in St. Louis, or I think went to Urbana a few years ago. We stopped at the United States Air Force Museum. It was awesome, and it's so we'll find something to do like that other than just the beach down there. So, but it'll be fun.
Hey, Shawn, what is as a former player yourself, and you've spent a lot of years as an assistant, now as a head coach, the experience that kids get through athletics, what does it mean overall? And I am talking about philosophy here, I realize that, but what does it mean to those kids to have an athletic program to play in?
Well, that's there could be a very lengthy answer to this, but the experience they get is invaluable. You really can't explain it. You're talking about 100 guys that we went through a lot of adversity this year, and we kept learning, and that's we continue to learn about ourselves and one another and how to get along with one another, and the culture and how that changes throughout a season, and the different things that happen to you. And without really hands-on experience, you wouldn't get that. You can't get it from a book. We go out there and we have 120 yards of field that's the largest classroom on campus, and we're there, every day through the fall and then some in the spring, and there's lessons to be learned every turn out there.
people sometimes say athletics are overrated. Perhaps they are, but in our society, they are important. What do you say to those people that think maybe athletics are not a valuable thing?
Have an open mind. I mean, really, because if you don't know, I mean, if you had never done it or been a part of that, then you really don't know. And I don't comment on a lot of philosophy things or something along those lines that are extremely important to other people, and it's just respecting others endeavors and being supportive, and that's what it's all about. I mean, we're all in this together, whether it's our team, but we're all in this together, and it takes one another to achieve great things.
Finally, I'd like to, as we talk to Shawn Weigel here, I'd like you to talk about one of the things I've heard you say here recently that I love. There's winning and there's learning. You don't talk about losing a lot, but the learning part I think is really interesting.
Yeah, and that's something I don't remember where I heard it, but there's nothing really unique about it. But it was fitting for us and our team this year. That we weren't seeing the wins in the win column, but I tell you what, if you were on the inside and the behind-the-scenes stuff that was going on, it was pretty amazing and inspiring. And just had the seniors over to my house last night and talked to them. You Win in the Locker Room First is a book that I'm reading now by John Gordon, and we're going to get that book for all the seniors, and because that's really where it started. And I had to thank them for being the catalyst, because we had to win the locker room. There was no divisiveness, whatnot, and that carries forward each week to a team that didn't stop. And we talk about our team in these exit interviews, and I go, guys, what we have to do is we have to play our best early on. We can't wait until we face the best in our conference. We take Truman 31-24. They win a share of the conference title. Just missed the playoffs, and we didn't score twice inside the 2-yard line. We take Southwest Baptist, who is the Great Lakes Valley's representative in the playoffs, going to be hosting Colorado Mines and Bolivar next week, and it's a 31-24 ball game. We have first and goal late in the third quarter, and you can't wait though to play your best against the best, because now you're just playing the role of the spoiler, and we want to, when we hit those games, be playing for something, but that's where we're going, and we had to change that in the locker room first. Now the next thing is consistency and communication on my part. It's going to be huge going forward, and I've got to be better at that. So here I am learning again, and but that's just what's expected, and it's somehow it turns into a process thing, which I don't like. I want to speed it up as fast as possible and not talk about it, but go be about it.
Hey, Shawn Weigel, thank you so much for your thoughts on all of those issues that not necessarily related to the X's and O's, but appreciate that, and thanks for being on Happy Hour with Cardinals.
Absolutely, thank you.
And we'll be back with more right after this.